Hello everybody, this is Linda from North Central Texas, and I bought this little individual watermelon, and I decided to do something extra special with it. Now this is a Delencia Pure Heart Mini Watermelon, and it is seedless. I was going to get a big one, but I don't have that anywhere to store a big one, and I can't eat a whole big one, and I wasn't planning on going to any kind of a special event. So, we're just going to use this small one. And you notice I am washing it off. I've already washed all my fruit that I'm going to use. And you know when you cut watermelon, you make a mess. So I'm going to put this large towel under my cutting board so I don't end up with watermelon juice going everywhere. First, you want to find maybe the bad part of your watermelon, or the one that's got blemishes on it, and that's what's going to be our bottom. First of all, I'm going to cut an area just so I can make like a flat bottom on it. Not much, because I don't know how thick these rinds are. Whoop, that didn't work too good. Yeah, you start seeing pink, you don't need to cut anymore. But that's going to keep it steady for us to do what we're going to do with it. Now, I got into doing fancy things with vegetables like radishes and different fruits and veggies years ago. I haven't done it in a long time, and I never did do the watermelon. So I've got several different patterns for the watermelon, but I've never seen the one I'm going to do or attempt to do. So we're going to see what happens with it. You'll need toothpicks, you'll need a good knife, you know, just like I just cut. You'll need grapes, blueberries, cherries, pineapple, lemon, whatever fruit you want to mix with your watermelon. And I've got way too much fruit to mix, but, you know, I just fill my bowls, because I will be eating fruit salad for this week. But yeah, I used to make roses with radishes and all kind of stuff like that. First of all, we got to mark. This is going to be one of the old-timey baby strollers, and you know they were kind of rounded. So I figured that would be the best thing I could do with this, is make one of the old-timey rounded type baby buggies. And this is going to be great, you know, to take to a baby shower. If you don't have ideas, you know, for decorations or serving ideas for different things, you can come up with a small watermelon and make a baby buggy. And that's what we're going to attempt to do. Now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to try to come down about halfway, and I'm going to mark it the best I can. We're not going to go too far with it. But that's going to be our cutting guideline. Let's see. not want to go straight. But I just made a mark from the center of the back about a quarter of a way or a third of the way around. And I am going to make an indentation, like a circle, if I can. I somehow think it's supposed to be a little bit further than that. A little bit longer. Yeah, just about like that. I'm going to come over here on the other side and try to do the same thing. And I don't think I cut it quite right. I need to come higher up. You may have to go through some trial and error to get it exactly right. I don't want it too wide, but I don't want it too narrow either. And then I'm going to come straight across and mark it this way. And that's going to be my cutting line. Use my little knife. Cut in and around where I marked it. Now, if you don't have these kind of tools, just get a small paring knife. It'll work just as well. That is not cutting the way I want it. It comes straight like that. Now you may have to enlarge your picture to really see what I'm doing. I don't know. People always want to see a full view, so this is the only way I can get a full view. And when you cut it, you should be able just to pull your watermelon piece right out without breaking it. Let's set that aside a minute. I'm going to get some of my watermelon out of here because we want to save our watermelon. But we want to use this rind that we just cut out. Yeah, I really got into cooking and all kind of stuff when I first come to Texas. Let's see. I'm trimming this up a little. That's the kind of shape you want to end up with. And now we're going to go inside this and cut it. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to ruin my pattern here. And you just cut a section like that out of it. So it leaves you with a piece like this. Try to keep both sides as even as I can. Now we're going to need this. This is going to be our handle for our baby buggy. So I'm going to lay it right there. And I don't think we need the rest of it. Oh, we don't. Now we can finish on with this part of it. And I need a line, so I'm just going to just take a knife or something and draw you a line as straight as you possibly can around it. Or you can take a marker, a pen, anything. And I might better take a marker or a pen because I'm not going very straight with this. It's not going to work either. But you want it about halfway. Bring it all the way around halfway to where your stem was. And then continue on till you get back around to the other side. And this is not cooperating very well. And that's just to leave you a guideline to go by. And I am going to cut the top like halfway down. Well, I'm just going to leave it for now. But I'm going to take this, or you can take a knife, put it in at an angle. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, I think. Now let's see. So this is the back of your carriage. All the way up to there. Now I'm going to proceed to go, this is shaped like a triangle, kind of. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it because I've never done this before. But I'm going around and just pushing it in, pulling it out. Trying to stay on my line. Like I said, you can do this with a knife. You just have to be careful with a knife because you'll have to cut each side separately instead of the whole triangle at one time. Oops, I wasn't supposed to go all the way around there. I was just supposed to go part of the way. See, I just goofed up myself. That stays. This comes off. This part comes off. This part comes off. This part stays, and I should have left it a little bit further up. Oops, I put my peelings in here where I shouldn't have. And now we got to scoop out our watermelon. I'm just using a tablespoon. If you got a melon baller or an ice cream scoop that you'd like to make round balls with, you can do that. Let's see. Here's my ice cream scoop. I don't think the ice cream scoop I've got will work anyway. Well, it might. It's just a plain ice cream scoop. It'll make it come out more like a ball, if that's what you prefer. But yeah, I should have left this part come up a little bit higher, but the watermelon is so small, it's okay to do it this way, because we're going to decorate it anyway. I'm getting watermelon splattered on me. But it sure looks good. I mean, you know, a spoon, a tablespoon will do just as well as an ice cream scoop. It's just whatever you prefer to use. But just get down there and scoop it all out. I mean, there's a lot in one of these little watermelons. I mean, you can make a pretty big salad with just this one little small individual watermelon. I was looking to see if my camera was still going. A lot of times it cuts off with me. And I'd hate for it to cut off in the middle of this because I can't redo it. I'd have to wait and get another watermelon. Watermelons are just what they're called. They're mostly water. My grandmother that lived in New York was trying to lose weight one time. And she said, told the doctor, she said, well, there's not anything I can eat and lose weight. He said, what about fruits, you know? Because a lot of fruits have sugar content. And don't do like I did. I cut my bottom too thin, so I'm going to have to put it in a plate or a bowl when I put my fruit in it. Now, I actually bought pineapple in the can. I just got a can of pineapple, and that's going to be way too much pineapple. I drained the juice out, but I'm saving the juice right here because I'm going to make it like a smoothie drink, a health drink with it, but not today. Yeah, don't cut through your pink on the bottom like I did. But it will hold my fruit. Now let's see which way this goes on. This is your handle of your buggy. And this is what you're going to need your toothpicks for. I'm getting my box wet. I should have left it a little bit wider, but I didn't. And that's okay too. But that's your handle to your buggy. And like I said, I should have made it wider because this is a round little watermelon. Well, let's see, maybe I can move this over a tiny bit. There, that's a little better. You secure it on with a toothpick. And you can put decorations on it. You can put a grape or two on it. And I've already washed my fruit. That's why it's in a bowl. But you can put decorations there like that. I'm going to put some decorations across the top. For the wheels on the buggy, I'm going to use a lemon. And this cutting board is all wet. Ugh. That's why I put my towel under, because, you know, my towel can be washed, but yet I'm not having all of the watermelon juice run on the floor and run all over me and the table and everywhere else. It always pays too to have some dishwater available to do just what I'm doing is wiping your hands off. I'm just wiping that little bit of juice up because I don't want it in the floor. Now we got to cut 4 wheels, and I'll use the end pieces in some tea. But we want some pretty substantial wheels because we don't want them to fall over. You can pull the seeds out. See, can you still see it? Yeah, you can see it over here. We're going to take toothpicks to hold our... Well, let me get it back up here so you can see it. We're going to take toothpicks to hold our wheels on. And you'll have to put them up kind of high probably. I didn't do that right. You're supposed to aim down so it holds them and they don't slide off. That way you can kind of hide the toothpick. But your lemon is going to stay there. But see the 2 wheels on my buggy? Turn it around. I'm going to put 2 wheels on this other side. And you can break the inside of the toothpicks off if you want, because they will kind of stick into the fruit. If you had a bigger watermelon, they wouldn't stick as far in. Or you can break them off a little bit before you ever stick them in your lemon. Well, can't get rid of that end piece. Trying to get them kind of even. Yeah, it might be the best to break your toothpick in half before you try to put it on there. But how do you think that looks so far? I think it looks kind of cute. And I think anybody under the sun could do it better than me. Let's see what I'm going to put up here to hold it together. Because I was actually supposed to cut these little slots in it, and I didn't do it. But I can go back and do it now. Actually cut them a little bit bigger than the ones on the bottom. So I'm showing you too, you can just take a knife and cut these. You don't have to use a regular tool to cut these in your watermelon, your ridges. I'm going to go back here on this side and do them. There. Now I'm undecided how to decorate it. I know I want to put something up here to decorate the top. Maybe put a cherry. Put a cherry in the center. think that looks good. And put some grapes. I need more toothpicks. And I'm going to break the toothpicks in half to do this, because we don't need them that long. I think I'm going to put a green one. And then a red one. Another green one. A red one. And I'm going to come around here on this other side and do the same thing. I was getting a little bit far away from it, wasn't I? Now we're going to start putting stuff in our bowl. I was just looking at it to see if I wanted to do something else with it. Watermelon, pineapple, blueberries, cherries. I had to pull the stems off. I did wash them though. Throw some grapes in there, the purple grapes or red grapes. Green grapes. Now some people make the fruit ambrosia, you know, with the Cool Whip and all that other stuff they mix into it. I didn't want all that sugar, so I chose not to do that. I try to cut my chunks of watermelon about the same size as my other fruit. But look at all this watermelon I've got, y'all. I mean, you got tons of watermelon to go in this one little bowl. Add more grapes. What fruit you put in your fruit bowl with your watermelon is up to you. Just put whatever kind of fruit you'd like in there. And place a couple of more cherries around. And something else you can do to really make it festive is throw grapes, stuff like that, around your plate. And a lot of people will take the purple grapes or these grapes, dip them in egg whites, and then sprinkle granulated white sugar on them and just let them dry like that. That makes a glazed grape. But if you wanted to put Cool Whip mixed in your fruit, make you an ambrosia out of it, that's totally up to you. I just dropped the grape in the floor. I hope I don't step on it. I don't want to squish it under my feet. Yeah, I prefer not to make the glaze on my grapes because, like, again, I don't want all the sugar. I'd rather just have the grapes. But you might want to do that if you were taking it somewhere for a party, or like I said, for a baby shower. You can put cherries around it. Whoops, I got all my green grapes to the back. I wanted some of them up to the front. I mean, you can put your pineapple around it any way you want. You don't even have to put it on there. You can just let your wheels show. Your little lemon wheels. In fact, you can put it like in the front or the back. And just fix it so the wheels will show. But how's that, y'all? Let's get up here and get a closer view. I know you can. But there's your old-timey, old-fashioned baby buggy carriage. I mean, don't you think that turned out kind of cute? You got the handle that to push it with. You got the little top coming up on one end. You got the wheels, which are the lemons. I think that's just as cute as it can be. And I'm not going to mind eating fruit this week, or watermelon. And I've got other patterns to do that I haven't done that I may do if I get another watermelon, or if it'll be a while because I've got a ton of watermelon now to eat. But like I said, I can make fruit slushies, and I can eat fruit salad. And I don't mind doing that because it's healthy, and I can kind of keep my weight down with it. I have to taste that. Y'all, that is so good. But yeah, if you like to do the fruit ambrosia, the fruit ambrosia, I almost got choked on my watermelon. Make your fruit ambrosia with your watermelon, your cherries, your grapes, your pineapple. You can even add coconut. And then fill your watermelon carriage with your fruit ambrosia. But I hope that gave y'all some ideas. I mean, I think that turned out really cute. I wish I had a function to take it to, but I don't. It would have been nice to have fixed it to take it to a baby shower or something. Or if I had another function to go to. You know, I've made sailboats, pirate ships, old-timey pirate ships. There's a lot of different things you can do. And I've looked on the internet, and I've only seen a couple of ways that they've done watermelon on the internet. And this is not one of them. So I thought you might get a kick out of seeing that. Just make you a baby carriage watermelon bowl. I think that's just as cute as it can be. I really do. So with that, I am going to call it a day. Y'all please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. And above all, watch my videos. I need views, y'all. Love you. Bye now.